You're watching ABC10 Plus Tonight.
Hello everyone, I'm Chris Thomas. You're watching ABC10 Plus Tonight. CAL FIRE's newly released hazard maps reveal wildfire risk in Sacramento, Amador, and Calaveras County. Find out what it means for your home. Then a shocking sight in Stockton, a man emerging from a storm drain. The city has cleaned up the area, but questions remain. ABC10 Plus Tonight starts now.
An update on a story that's getting a lot of attention on social media and from the city of Stockton.
Okay, take a look. These are images you saw first right here on ABC 10. A woman in Stockton recorded this video of, you see here, a man climbing out of a storm drain.
It's a wild scene. The incident is now raising questions and concerns.
ABC 10's Gabriel Porras has the story.
Well, the biggest question now is, was the man in the video living inside the storm drain? We still don't know for sure. Leaders here at City Hall say they didn't see any signs of that when they did their inspection, but homeless advocates and community members say they wouldn't be surprised. On the corner of March Lane and Holiday Drive, phones are out and fingers are pointing, drivers wanting to see the now viral scene.
What in the world?
That Crystal Santiago first recorded last month.
I literally just captured a moment that was shocking for me, and it's definitely, I feel like it's much bigger. It caused a concern to a lot of people.
When we first visited the scene Sunday, the drain was filled with trash. City officials sent out police the same day and a cleanup crew Monday morning.
I'm just really happy that there has been some change, and it was quick too, that the city responded pretty quick.
The drain now cleaned up, but homeless advocates like Nancy Lamb say there's more work to be done.
You have those who are tired of getting moved, tired of moving their stuff. If it's underground, they're not going to get it. I think that we need to get the shelters up and running. We have the navigation center that's not open yet. We have pathways that isn't open yet. Once we get those open, I think it'll be a game changer.
According to St. Mary's Community Services, its navigation center is slated to be open in May. The Pathways housing project on track to be completed in June. But for the man behind the now viral moment, Nancy has this.
And reach out, take the help. You don't have to live that way.
We did ask officials here at City Hall whether there are any mechanisms in place to prevent people from opening storm drain covers. Right now, they say the biggest deterrent is the cover's weight. In Stockton, Gabriel Porras, ABC 10.
Now, because there was no one inside the drain when they showed up, police say they did not investigate it as a crime, but instead documented
unanswered calls and emails. That's what the people living in Congressman Kevin Kiley's district say they get when they try to reach out to him. And today, hundreds of people showed up to his office in Nevada City demanding answers. ABC 10's Jeannie Nguyen shares his constituents' concerns and how Kevin Kiley is responding himself.
130 people was the count that I heard in line waiting to be seen.
Shelley Frost is referring to this line leading into Congressman Kevin Kiley's Nevada City office. The Auburn resident was one of hundreds of people lined up on Monday demanding Kiley host a town hall meeting.
We haven't seen him in person. We have so many things, so many issues. Of course, the economy, Social Security, the environment, veterans concerns, education, the Department of Education, the tariffs.
Last week, dozens of people protested in Roseville asking for Kiley's whereabouts. Sue Michaels was part of that protest and says she's had her own struggles trying to contact him.
We've messaged him repeatedly asking for a town hall. We've gone down to his office. We had a protest at his office. And we have not heard back.
This is Congressman Kevin Kiley's Rockland office. And the problem for many of his constituents is they say he's never usually here. But he says he and his staff are doing everything they can to stay in touch with the people in this district.
I'm very, very proud of having one of the best constituent service offices of any district in the country. And this has been validated even by the numbers in terms of the number of cases that we close.
ABC 10 asked Kiley if he plans to have a town hall anytime soon. He says because his district is so large, teletown halls have been more convenient for him and his constituents, and that one is in the works.
So I think we have our next one scheduled pretty soon, within the next week or two, something like that. We'll do them once a month or something like that through the rest of this year.
But Kiley's congressional website shows there are no scheduled upcoming teletown halls or in-person meetings. ABC 10 reached out to his office to get a comment regarding town hall meetings in a response to the criticism, but his spokesperson did not provide an update.
Jeannie, so we know Congressman Kiley's constituents, they're getting impatient. What's their next move to try to get some answers from him?
Well, Alex, there is a group called Indivisible Nevada County, and they will be holding their own town hall later this month in Nevada City. Now, they have invited Congressman Kiley to be a speaker and encouraged him to come, but it is unclear if he plans on coming to this event. And of course, I've posted the details on that event on our website at abc10.com.
All right, Jeannie, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Now, people in Sacramento, Amador, and Calaveras counties can check the likelihood of wildfire behavior in their area. ABC 10's Roxanne Elias joins us live in studio now with the details. Roxanne?
Well, Laura and Chris, this is the first update to these maps in more than 15 years, and it follows an executive order by Governor Gavin Newsom after the destructive Los Angeles fires.
It is always a concern when you live in an area that it is so open that you could have a fire erupt at any point.
Kareem Bashara lives near the area where last year's Excelsior fire burned about 900 acres in mid-June. She's now in what's considered a moderate fire hazard severity zone in the Mather and Rancho Cordova area, which was not previously mapped. This map shows where Sacramento County stands in the California Fire Hazard Severity Maps.
These maps are so important because we're seeing more areas get listed in a level of fire hazard. Now, we've been seeing fires happen across our state in all corners of the state, in some areas that weren't previously predicted to see wildfires.
Chief Daniel Berlant is the California State Fire Marshal. He says the maps are an accumulation of firefighter experience and the work being done by their team of fire scientists. And for the first time, people will be able to see 3 levels of hazard versus just the very high areas. It now includes moderate, high, and very high. Berlant calls the maps critical in building more wildfire resilient communities.
They're meant to connect certain wildfire mitigations, like how wide we make the roads, the level of water supply available to fight a fire, green belts and other fuel reduction to hold back a wildfire, but also for the building code. How we construct these new homes, we build them to a higher standard in wildfire-prone areas.
He says homeowners should be taking the steps to harden their homes.
In order to protect your home, you have to keep a certain area around the house fully watered. So we do keep our lawn green all summer long. And if you want to, do more, actually by law, you have to keep a defensible space between the road and your property.
Homeowner, she understands home insurance can be expensive and hard to find, but she says every homeowner should be doing what they can. The California State Fire Marshal says they're seeing more cities in Sacramento County designated to a certain level, most of them in the moderate or in the high level, but he notes cities that like Rancho Cordova and Folsom were not previously mapped. Chris, Laura.
All right, Roxanne Elias, thank you. ABC 10 is looking at the state of the home insurance industry, including the cleanup in LA and the difficult questions people now face as they rebuild. If you are a California homeowner, chances are the insurance crisis after these fires could impact you. Just look for the special on the home screen. The ABC 10 Plus TV streaming app is free to download on your TV. All eyes were on the stock market today as U.S. stocks plunged amid an escalating trade war and fears of a recession. The Dow Jones Industrial Average dropped 890 points. At one point, it was down more than 1,100 points. The Nasdaq sank 4%. Elon Musk's Tesla fell to one of the market's sharpest losses, along with airlines and other companies that need U.S. shoppers feeling confident to spend.
Meanwhile, President Donald Trump is threatening more tariffs on major trading partners.
Christian Cordero has the details from Washington.
President Trump has called tariffs one of his favorite words, but today, even the threat of them being imposed is sending uncertainty to the stock market and store checkout lines. Trump's hesitant to rule out a recession this year, asking Americans to be patient.
Oh, I think the tariffs are going to be the greatest thing we've ever done as a country. It's going to make our country rich again.
The president imposed then paused a 25% tariff on goods from Canada and Mexico last week. He now vows a 25% tariff will kick in on Wednesday against all foreign steel and aluminum. He has also promised reciprocal tariffs on countries who retaliate with tariffs of their own. The European Union has been in conversations with the U.S. to try to avert tariffs. Its commissioner claims U.S. officials aren't as interested.
We jointly identified a few areas that would allow us to move forward by fostering mutual benefits. But in the end, as it said, one hand cannot clap.
And Canada, which just elected its new prime minister, has enacted $30 billion of retaliatory tariffs on American imports, including orange juice, peanut butter, and appliances. The province of Ontario today slapped a 25% price increase on electricity it exports to 1.5 million Americans in New York, Michigan, and Minnesota. That's an extra cost of at least $200,000 a day.
If the Trump administration falls through on any more tariffs, we will not hesitate to shut off their power as well.
Moody's chief economist tells ABC News this year started with a recession risk at around 15% and is now 35% and rising. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Washington.
Today, the LA District Attorney announced the resentencing hearing of the Menendez brothers will move forward.
However, the DA says he opposes freeing the brothers from prison. Melissa Dunn has the latest developments from LA.
Eric and Lyle Menendez have been behind bars for 35 years, serving life in prison without the possibility of parole for murdering their parents in 1989. At the trial, the brothers claimed self-defense, saying they suffered sexual abuse from their father and believed their parents were going to kill them.
Our position is that they shouldn't get out of jail. Now, ultimately, that is a position.
The new DA going into great detail about what he says is the brothers' premeditation and lack of credibility and willingness to lie, stating examples from the 90s trial, including self-defense being the brothers' reason for murdering their parents.
But for now, while the Menendez brothers persist in telling these lies for the last over 30 years about their self-defense defense, and persist in insisting that they did not suborn any perjury or attempt to suborn perjury, then they do not meet the standards for resentencing.
Hochman leaving the door open for him to support a resentencing, but only if he says they take responsibility. Eric and Lyle Menendez are pursuing two other paths to freedom, one calling for consideration of new evidence. They've also asked for clemency from Governor Gavin Newsom, who has ordered a risk assessment investigation before he makes a decision. Menendez family members issued a statement today saying the DA is, quote, holding Eric, Lyle, and our family hostage, adding that the brothers have apologized for their actions and demonstrated their atonement. Melissa Adon, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Melissa, thank you. The resentencing hearing for the brothers is now scheduled for late next week on the 20th and 21st.
Well, let's talk weather now as we take a live look at Interstate 80 in the Sierra at Kingvale. As you see, a nice day out there. And Monica is tracking a weather impact alert for an upcoming storm, but luckily we still have some time to prepare, make the most of this time.
And this is going to be a pretty big storm, right, Monica?
It certainly is, yeah. We've kind of had a pause in some of the more active weather like this. We had a weather impact alert last week for the Sierra, but this time it's going to be game on for the entire valley, the foothills and the Sierra, even the coast getting in on some of the heavier rain coming in as well. So tomorrow is our last day to prepare really with increasing clouds and then the showers starting up overnight into Wednesday and Thursday. Now, the heaviest rain and snow comes in on Wednesday, but we still have lingering impacts into our Thursday with the potential for thunderstorms and that lowering snow level down to 3,000 feet. Another storm system comes in on Friday. It is a weaker one, but it just kind of keeps that cycle going. So you can see our weather alerts in effect starting Tuesday, lasting through Wednesday and Thursday. We've got the wind advisory in play for parts of the valley and that winter storm warning as well. So we're going to be talking about big travel delays for the commute as well. Satellite and radar currently picking up some of the clouds coming in from a weaker weather system that's just kind of cut off and riding along the coast. It didn't bring us anything in the way of precipitation. In fact, we hit highs today, close to 70 up and down the valley, 60s for the foothills and 50s up top for the Sierra. Right now in the Big Mountain backyard, we have temperatures still holding near 70. We have hit that time change, so our sunset not until 7:09, almost 7:10, heading into the afternoon and early evening. We'll have sunny skies. Ahead for tomorrow, we are going to continue to watch a few clouds for the morning hours, but then generally speaking, a pretty nice day with highs still in the mid to upper 60s. It's not until we get to the overnight hours that this big plume of moisture starts to head our way. There's that little low cutoff feature right there that's providing some high level cloud cover out there for today. Once that weather system comes in, we have the potential for heavy snow and heavy precipitation and strong winds. Those really start to pick up into our Wednesday. We'll get through the morning commute with gusty winds, but it's the evening commute that's hit so terribly hard with wind gusts over 40, in some places 45 miles per hour. That will continue into the early evening for this year, and then things start to wind down for the wind. But that is all associated with a main cold front coming through, and it is going to drop those snow levels down to about 3,000 feet on Thursday. And we're talking feet of snow coming in. Look at some of these snow totals just through our Thursday evening. That doesn't even account for the Friday snow coming in. We'll pick up close to an inch of rain as well for the valley, 2+ inches of rain for the foothills. And there is our flood potential as we head throughout the region. This is going to be more in the minor nuisance type of flooding that we'll be dealing with, not river flooding. And our winter storm severity index, it's in play moderate to major for this year. So let's play this out here. We get into our Wednesday morning commute. A heavy one for us all the way through our Wednesday evening. It continues into our Thursday before things start to lighten up a little bit. More rain and snow due in on Friday. So you can see we've got the weather impact alert in place for Wednesday and Thursday. Chance of thunderstorms in there. A couple of on and off shower chances there on Friday and Sunday. St. Patrick's Day, of course, the following Monday. But we got to get through Wednesday and Thursday here.
Yeah, still some time. Clear those gutters. Any yard work you might need to do, right?
Yep.
Storm doors open, huh, Monica?
It will be, yes.
Okay, Monica, thank you.
This year's California State Fair starts on July the 11th. We're already getting a sneak peek into who's going to be performing on the main stage.
So here's what we know so far. Well-known rapper Ludacris, country artist Dustin Lynch, both set to perform at the State Fair.
The guy who always gets the inside on all this, Marcus Allen, is out at the State Fair bright and early this morning, and he's got another name for us. Mark?
Yeah, not too soon to start thinking about it. I'm excited about Ludacris. That's going to be a great show. That's your opening night show. Think about it, star of stage. Like how many, 1,800 of those Fast movies he starred in, and now music back on tour with Ludacris. All right, earlier this morning we announced OAR. Take a look at them playing Madison Square Garden. They will put every bit of the energy from that show into this energy on the main stage. I caught up with the drummer Chris to talk about what to expect. Listen.
Northern California supports music in a big way, and especially the state capitol. What can we expect from you?
We're a live band. We play live music, and you'll never get the same show from us twice. So we just have a great time, and we can't wait to be out there.
Out there. They'll be playing the concert series. Also added to the lineup, this announcement only happening this morning, so you heard it here first. 3-time Grammy nominee, 1-time country music artist winner, Joe Allen. His most recent hit, #1 hit, Tequila Makes Her Clothes Fall Off. We won't play that song on morning radio, but we really should. It's a public service announcement more than anything. Anyway, for all the lineups, go to abc10.com.
Yeah, sometimes you got to watch out for tequila. I'm glad you mentioned that. And yeah, right? It's
true.
And OAR stands for?
Hold on. OAR stands for, and I knew this because it used to have a 4th letter in it, and they dropped it off. Revolution,
yes.
Of a revolution.
Yes.
Of a revolution.
You're right, of a revolution. So they've been playing together since middle school. So glad they're coming in.
I knew that 30 years ago. I had to have a producer tell me this time around.
All right, Marcus Allen, breaking news again, OAR. Coming to Cal Expo. Thank you, Mark.
Thanks for watching ABC10 Plus tonight. We are here 24/7 on the free ABC10 Plus app. You can get your local news and weather anytime, anywhere. I'm Chris Thomas. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching ABC10 Plus. And now that you're here, why don't we take a look around and see what else is here? The very first tile on your left is always going to be streaming 24/7. You can find us adjacent to that, breaking news if it's there. And then right next to that, a replay of the most recent newscast. Whether it's ABC10 Morning News at 5, 6, or beyond, it's going to be there. The forecast beyond that, and then right beyond that, the news that matters the most. Now that you know the basic tiles, let's go up to the top and take a deeper dive into news. We have every single newscast that you would need, including To the Point with Alex Bell, taking a deeper dive into the issues. Beyond that, ABC10 Morning News at 5 and 6 and 11, the evening shows as well. Below that, you can watch the top stories from To The Point. Under that, Dollars and Cents, where you can learn how to navigate this challenging economy. And below that, you can watch our award-winning ABC10 Special Investigations, where we hold the powerful accountable. Going into weather, look, it's the 10-day forecast, getting you ready for the weekend and beyond. Beyond that, sports. I know you care about the Sacramento Kings. We have the most comprehensive guide to anything, everything Kings in the locker room and on the court. We have it. Below that, I know you care about the San Francisco 49ers. We can't mention base sports without talking about the Oakland A's. We have that too. Backing out again, come up to the top and join me on Verify. I'm super excited about this. Our experts are checking the facts, verifying the truth for you. Jump up now to shows. Very excited about this. Oh, look. It's Take a Look. This is my show. I love movies, and if you love movies or streaming shows, whether it's on screens this big, or this big, it's Take a Look. Recently went behind the scenes, sat down with Lady Gaga and Joaquin Phoenix to talk about Joker 2. I love the movie, and oh, I just heard you shout you hate the movie. Jump in, we talk about it on this show. Other shows, Bartell's Backroads, go up and down the state of California, tank of gas getaways, one fuel cell getaway, like places like the Toy Museum. This is what kids did before they had screens. Over here, the Moaning Caverns of Calaveras County, one of the most coveted caves in all of California. You know, watching this show, I discovered there's a cave that could fit the entire Statue of Liberty in your own backyard. You'll find about that and more with Bartell's Backroads. Down below that, To The Point. It is one of my favorite newscasts because they talk about news with Alex Bell the way you talk about news. It's conversational, but in-depth at the same time. Below that, Your California Life. Love this show. Whether it's entertainment, food, beverage, lifestyle, it's there. Desiree Shepherd hosts and does an amazing job. So there you have it. It's ABC10 Plus, the app. What do you need? We heard you and we got it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for streaming.